All right, what is up, everybody? So, just so you know, I'm probably going to put out one video, if not more, a day while here, because I am bored out of my mind. Like, oh my God, it's brutal. It really sucks. I need to be moving. I need to be going, I need to be doing something, and there's only so much I can do here relying on a shuttle to get me to certain key areas. So today I've done some shopping, and I'm going to go over those things. This mostly reflects Flatbed, but some of it is just trucking in general. And we'll talk about the GPS I picked up today and how I feel about it, and some other little things here and there. I'm going to try to keep it quick and short. So flatbedding, if that's what you're going into, I run into two guys today. They come out of I was sitting at the Millennium, messing with this new GPS that I bought, and they come out of the little theater area up top, and one of the guys kind of looked at me, and he's like, "You're Carolina Flatbedder, aren't you?" I was like, "Yes, I am." I did not get either one of those guys' names. We talked for probably 20 minutes. They asked some questions. I tried to answer them the best that I could with the knowledge that I have. Very limited. But I tried to answer them the best that I could. I did not get either one of their names. I am sorry, guys. If you see this video and you see me again around Millennium, stop by and introduce yourself again, please. I don't think we exchanged names at all. And I'm sorry about that. But I do appreciate you guys stopping and talking to me. I appreciate that a lot. That's like the second or third person that I've met that has recognized me from these videos. So I'm glad to see that they're reaching someone and they're getting something out of them. I said from the very beginning that I was going to share this journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly, my personal opinions, how I feel about it, this, that, and the other. It's not to discourage anybody, and it's probably not to motivate anybody either. It's just sharing the reality of how things are happening for me. So, they said they appreciate me doing these videos. They get a lot of information from it, and they watch a lot of other people. So that's great. That's exactly what we wanted to do. That was my whole goal. All right, so anyway, today, I went a couple days ago and I bought bedding and all that good stuff. Just set of sheets, a comforter, fleece blanket, new pillow, this, that, and the other. Those things that you're going to need in your truck so that you can sleep. Flatbedding, there's some specific things that we need. So I went to Harbor Freight today. I have a buddy that's here for upgrade also. He actually lives here in Springfield, so he has a car. We can kind of get around and do things. We went to the driving range today and hit a bucket of golf balls too, so that was fantastic. That kind of took my depression away of sitting here, my back hurting in this god-awful chair, and that the bed is not bad, but when you lay in it constantly, it's kind of brutal. So after that, we went to Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is having what they call their parking lot sale. They do those ever so often. If you've ever shopped at Harbor Freight, you'll know about that. There is not a lot of stuff that I recommend from Harbor Freight, tool-wise, especially being a mechanic for over 20 years. Their Icon stuff is decent. There's nothing there that is snap-on quality, this, that, and the other. And anybody that has been in a mechanic setting for a long enough time, you hear a lot of people that are not mechanics. I'm never going to pay that amount for tools. Do it long enough and you will, I promise. But Harbor Freight does have good options for certain things. So for flatbed, I'm just going to go through this little bag here that I bought to hold a few things. PB Blaster for flatbed. I'm sure reefer, tanker, all of you can use this. This is basically for like the winches and stuff that are on the side of our trailers. Coming up on wintertime, road grime, salt, this, that, and the other is going to make those parts that are supposed to move not move. This will help you make them move again. I would take PB Blaster over WD-40. Both are about the same. They are what they are. There are much better products out there, but I'm not going to spend $20 on a can of Croil to spray on something that is just going to get soaked and run down the road again over and over and over. These will do just fine. Gorilla Tape. Spend the money on your tape, okay? Tape is worth its weight in gold, okay? It really is. Tarps. You have a torn tarp and you're not in a spot where you can actually patch that. This will get you by for a little bit until you can get to an area to actually patch that hole. This is a quick fix. This is a quick fix for more than you will ever know. If duct tape can't fix it, use more duct tape, okay? Seriously, have it. You'll need it. Bought a pair of leather gloves. You can never have enough pair of gloves. I have used mechanic gloves all my life. They are not great. They're not going to last a long period of time. When I first come on to my trainer's truck, I brought a pair of mechanic gloves. They made it about 4 days, and my fingers were sticking through the ends of them. So, take that for what you will. There are better options out there than mechanic gloves that will last you longer. Tape measure. Your load cannot be higher than 13 foot 6 inches. On a 48-foot truck, it can't stick more than 4 foot off the back of it. You need these things right here to make sure that you are DOT compliant, okay? So these I picked up because I needed them. The quality is not there. I have better at home. It sucked having to buy this stuff today because I have all these tools at home. I have these bags that are already packed that I was wanting to put on my truck, but I'm not at home. So I have to have something to get me through until I can get routed through the house. Terminal and connectors for wiring. I'm a wiring guru. I love wiring, okay? And there are correct ways to do it. These are not the correct ways to do it, okay? Like butt connectors and stuff like that. That is not the correct way to do it, but it will get you through in a pinch. You're running late on a load, you got a broken wire somewhere, and you can put it back together, or you're working midnight and your little work lights on the back of your truck are out. It's a wire that is broke. These will get you back to where you need to be. Heat shrink to go around the wiring, especially wintertime. Salt and everything will destroy wires, and what was a small break will become 6 to 8 inches of unusable wire as soon as salt gets into it in a very short period of time. Wire strippers, crimps, just one little cheap set. There are much better things out there than this, but it will get you through in a pinch, I promise you. And then pliers. I just bought 2 different sets of pliers. Chains, if you're having to chain down like your like AC machines or something like that, and they have chain points that you have to run a chain through, 9 times out of the 10, the hook will not fit through that chain down point, so you're going to have to remove that hook. And the hooks are held onto the chain by a little pin and a cotter key that goes in there that is bent. So you're going to need something to get that cotter key out. You're not going to do it by hand. I can promise you, especially if it's a decent sized cotter key. So just a set of pliers. I also have a hammer. I grabbed a hammer in Flatbed. Certain things that you haul have to be fixed to that bed. So nailing down your dunnage is considered fixing that to the bed. Hammer and a box of nails, screws and a drill are another great option, and that is what I will be doing as soon as I get home. I was not going to spend the money on a drill today when I have 2 or 3 drills at the house, right? Also, I picked up moving blankets. If you can get to Harbor Freight right now, they're having their parking lot sale, and I think it's only for 2 more days. The biggest moving blankets they have, they're 40 square feet. They're $12.99. They're on sale for $6.99, so that's a pretty good deal. I bought 4 of those, and I bought 2 of the smaller blankets. We use those in Flatbed to cover any sharp edges that on a tarp load that could potentially cut our tarps. So we put that over the end of steel, angle iron, stuff like that, and then put our tarps over it so that we don't poke a hole through those tarps and then have to fix all that. that's pretty essential. I used moving blankets a lot in my 6 weeks on the TNT truck. There's a million things that you're going to need, guys, and those are just some basic things that I bought to get me through a couple weeks until I can make it to the house. I will do an actual loadout of my truck with the straps, tarps, binders, chains, ratchets, all of that, and then I will do a tool loadout of what I keep on my truck as a mechanic, knowing that I can do certain things on the road that will save me time and money down the road. So I will do a basic loadout of what I'm going to put on my truck. It's also I have to get my truck and figure out what kind of space I have to work with, because I can pack a truck out to the hilt and have no room for my clothing or anything like that, and be a rolling mechanic shop, and not be able to actually do my job or change my clothes and be a clean human being. So one of my biggest purchases today, I have been researching GPS, different brands, Garmin and Rand McNally, for the past few weeks. On my trainer's truck, we used the Navigo that is on the Qualcomm. I affectionately call her Karen. Karen likes drama, lots of drama. I've done a video on her. She will put you in situations that you don't need to be in. She's kind of a B word. She can be. She has very good points about her, though. Very good things that she does when you're close to your 01, your 90, stuff like that. There are things she will get you where you need to be, especially when you're close there. When you're out in the middle of a cornfield in Iowa, she's going to want you to turn into that cornfield where there's no exit. Ask me how I know. So anyway, researching between Garmin and Rand McNally. I also used Rand McNally on my trainer's truck. She had the big one that had the dash cam in the back of it. Good GPS. It's a very good GPS. The Garmin has a few more features that make it a little more user-friendly. You can customize it a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it's just a GPS, and I need to know where I'm going and how to get there. So I ended up going with the Rand McNally TND Tablet 85. It is, try to read this off to you. It's an 8-inch screen. It's got the Rand Navigation 2.0, map updates, free map updates. It is also an Android tablet. So I like the idea of having a tablet on the truck. You can put your Prime app, any other thing you want to on there. I can mount this up and put my Netflix and all this on there and actually have, that screen instead of my phone screen if I don't want to buy a TV to begin with, this, that, and the other. The idea to start out here is to go make money, not to spend unnecessary money. So as a business tool, the tablet is a great thing. It's easier to put notes into than it is into my phone. It's easier to have these apps that do, you can do your Microsoft Office apps. I have all those. It's easier to navigate those apps on that larger screen than it is my phone. So I ended up picking this thing up. What it comes with, your basic mount here. It is a magnetic mount. My trainer's was a magnetic mount. I was kind of worried about that. As rough as those freight shakers ride, this thing never moves. It never once even come close to coming off that mount. It's pretty strong. This one does have a built-in dash cam. I don't like clutter all across my windshield, so the less items I have up there, the better off I am. And also, that can be a DOT violation. If you're obstructing your view with all this stuff across your windshield, that can be a DOT violation. So, this is it. It's an 8-inch screen. It is just a basic. You have your RAN nav over here, which is your basic little navigation system, and pulls everything up, put your where to. You can go in and save points of interest. Like I put home, I put Prime 1, I put Campus in, the Prime terminal in Salt Lake, the Prime terminal in Pittston. I already have those addresses saved. You have your power on button, you have your home button, and you have your volume button up here. So home just takes you right back to here. Trucker tools, some pretty cool stuff in here. You have your status, mileage, and fuel. You can set up, you can see fuel mileage consumption from here. You also see that stuff from your truck. One of the coolest things about this one is the Motor Carrier's Road Atlas, which is right here. So it is going to bring up the exact same thing, the book that you buy. This does not replace a book. You better have a book. Electronics fail all the time. But it is all right here. I'm currently looking at South Carolina. I've pulled it up. You can move it around as needed. You can expand to see the area you're in. If you touch up here at the top, it says Atlas Maps. It's going to give you a list of all of the states down the side, along with an overview of the U.S., which is just the massive map, and you can zoom in on certain areas. And then over here in the corner, you have the legend, which shows you everything, what all the little things mean on the map. I think that's a pretty cool little add-on to the Rand McNally. Rand McNally's got to have a pretty decent GPS. They're the one that makes the book, right? So you would think that they have a decent GPS. And you can go into this and you can customize certain things. Like you can change your route color. Like mine is a dark red, and the little icon, mine is a truck without a trailer on it. And I made it lime green, which is my favorite color, as most people should already know. You have your camera. Well, if I touched it right. And you can take pictures with it if you want, or your videos, whatever you want to do. That is my room at Campus Inn. So that's pretty cool. It is also the tablet side of it. You have the Firefox web browser. You can download apps, hit your little menu bar up here. It's hard to do when I'm not looking at it because I always touch right beside it, think I'm touching it. And you can download apps, like you can download the Prime app, this, that, and the other. Netflix, like I said, you can do all that. The internet here at Campus Inn sucks. I think I've already said that. So this thing is very slow on trying to do anything. When I bought it at the campus store this morning, I took it out and used that internet over there, which is much better. Let it do all of its downloads, its updates that it needed to do, which took about an hour and a half. There was some pretty decent size updates to that. It has a spot on the side of it for an SD card. There's only like 15 gigabytes of storage in here, which anybody knows that's not a lot. So get an SD card to put in with it. It has a headphone jack, and it has a USB port. You know, the cable that it comes with that hooks to your computer, so you can export data from here. It comes with a little pad to mount it to your dash, and a charging cable. All in all, decent. Price wise, you look at Garmin's with a built-in dash cam, an 8-inch, and you're anywhere between $700 and $900. At the company store, this one was $547 before taxes, $591 after taxes. It's a necessity. It's an absolute necessity. That was the only thing that I had to have before I left out with my truck. I can do without the refrigerator or the microwave if I have to, which I'm going to go get those as soon as I get my truck. But a GPS was an absolute must. We have to know how to get where we're going to get. And Karen will help with that, but sometimes Karen likes to take smoke breaks, and the screen will go black and it'll say please wait across there, and you're going to wait 2 or 3 business days for her to come back. It's not really that long, but it seems like it when you are when you just turned onto a road and you need to know if you're on that road for 3 miles or 150 miles, and she has decided to take a couple of hours off, which happened quite often. It happened one time. I was 4 miles from my 01 in the middle of downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, and I did not know how to get there. And she decided 4 miles from there to take a smoke break. So hopefully Mr. McNally will treat me a little bit better. And you can plan your routes on there. There's travel center, look up weight station, all of that. It will notify you when a weight station is coming up, and you can set those parameters. When you're 5 miles away, it's going to say weight station coming. So you can start to prepare. It connects Bluetooth, like it connects directly to my headset. So it's talking directly into my ear, which is a great thing. You know, it can get loud in a truck. So that's it. I wanted to share those few little things that I've picked up and my opinion on those and things that you may need in the flatbed side of things. You can buy them on reefer too if you want. I don't know if you need them. If you do, great. If you don't, still a tax write-off, right? So do your thing. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you right now. I'll probably do something else tomorrow because I see a lot of boredom over the next few days until I get a truck, and I'll try to put out more content of whatever I see may help somebody down the road. So as always, guys, keep your head up, keep moving forward, do your best to be your best. If you got a veteran in your life, hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them. It may save their life today. 22 a day is 22 too many. Life happens every day, ladies and gentlemen, good or bad. Learn to roll with it. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever your little heart desires. I'm good with it. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. See you out there.